So, have you killed anyone lately? It's a legitimate question. The Sixth Commandment reads simply, "You shall not murder." At first glance, that looks like the easiest one to keep, doesn't it? Even someone who breaks the other 9 commandments, someone who steals and lies and covets and cheats and dishonors his parents and serves false gods, even someone who does all those other things might draw the line at murder. And if someone like that has reservations about murder, then you and I are probably in the clear, right? Not quite. There's a commandment in the Old Testament that warns us, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. What does that have to do with murder? Well, during his time as a human being, Jesus Christ taught his disciples that the Sixth Commandment deals with far more than just the physical act of murder. It deals with the thoughts and intents of the heart. Specifically, Jesus explained, "You have heard that it was said to those of old, 'You shall not murder, and whoever murders will be in danger of the judgment.' But I say to you that whoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment." Now, clearly there's a difference between hating someone and murdering someone. No one has ever gone to prison after being charged with attempt to commit hatred. On its own, hating someone has never robbed any families of their loved ones. And yet, Jesus made it unmistakably clear that in God's eyes, the emotion of hatred and the act of murder are on the same playing field. Why? It's because of what happens in the heart. Everything we do flows from our hearts, our thinking. And hatred is the seed from which murder grows. Externally, yes, hatred and murder are worlds apart. But internally, the damage we do to ourselves is identical. Murder stems from hatred, and hatred is like a poison that consumes us from the inside out. More importantly, the Apostle John tells us, if someone says, "I love God," and hates his brother, he's a liar. For he who does not love his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love God, whom he has not seen? Our hatred towards someone can strip us of a relationship with God. So how do we get past the hatred we might feel for someone else? How about doing what Jesus did? Turn the tables. Jesus acknowledged the problem, and he also gave the answer. Not long after his comment about being angry without a cause, he explained, "You have heard it that it was said, 'You shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy.' But I say to you, love your enemies. Bless those who curse you. Do good to those who hate you. And pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you, that you may be sons of your Father in heaven." Now, that's not easy. Our natural human reaction is to respond to hatred with hatred. But Christ is telling us, no, if you're really trying to be sons and daughters of God, you have to rise above your human nature. Jesus reveals that the key to changing our hearts is to take action, to love your enemies, bless them, do good to them, pray for them, do all the things that fly in the face of your human nature. And maybe you'll start to see that beyond that wall of hatred, there's a flawed, weak, or hurting person who needs God's love just as much as you do. Just because we've never murdered anybody doesn't mean the Sixth Commandment has nothing to teach us. The Seventh Commandment can help us see that it's not just what you do that matters, it's how you think. To learn more, click Next to continue watching this series. For further reading, you can also download our free booklet, God's 10 Commandments, Still Relevant Today.